Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we are jumping straight into things with an FA Cup draw. Now, as you can also see, I've got a couple of transfers on the go, but I will do them between now and that game, because I'm not sure how these are going to work out. As you can see, Yingzi is currently not interested, as were the two other players from before. We also have this guy, he's at least interested. He does want a lot of wage though, and I don't think he's really worth it. As you can see, decent little right back, 3.5 star, 4.5 star potential, but I'm not sure if we're going to pick him up quite yet. I'll figure that one out, like I said, before the next match, and hopefully we'll have some new signings for that. But we are here for the FA Cup draw. Of course, the second most important FA Cup in the whole world. Possibly. But the draw for the first round, quarterfinals and semi-finals are made today. This will of course be shown in the next episode, the first round. Not sure where the quarterfinals etc. will fall in the calendar, but the next round at least falls in the upcoming episode. So Fully is against Lee Man. We then have I Cantyfield in the league below, I assume, against Young Long. So have we got anyone? So we want to get Wing Yi or the Citizen. We want to get either of them because the other three are definitely in our league. We got Citizen, not bad. So hopefully we should be able to beat Citizen, and Wing Li is away to Pegasus. So that is that. Typo are away to Southern District, and that is our first round draws. So Happy Valley gets Citizens in the FA Cup. Citizens, of course, not the greatest of teams. They are currently in the first division. We don't have a history because we don't have that loaded. But their players, not so good, I don't think. Fingers crossed. Watch them go and beat us now. They are a half a star reputation team. Eastern versus Happy Valley has been rearranged. Interesting, although I don't think that has shuffled our calendar around. I think it's just pushed the date back by looks of it. That is the first game. Yeah, we was going to play them on the 6th. It was going to be the 3rd and then the 6th. So it is now a case of playing them on the 4th. It's been moved nearer, which is bizarre. Oh no, sorry. We'll play Citizens on the 4th. So that's gone to the 7th. It's moved forward one whole day. Massive change. So, the other rounds of the draw, we have the quarterfinals. So the quarterfinals, if we get through, we've got Fully or Liman versus Kitchi. So, Kitchi away from home. Southern District or Typo will first. Happy Valley or Citizens. That's not a bad tie, because Southern District aren't doing great, I don't think. Typo are also a mid-table team. We could have had much harder. HKFC probably would have been a better tie, considering they're the 9th place team. But I'm not going to argue with that cup draw. So that is the teams in the quarterfinals. We then have the semis. So if we manage to get through the semis, I guess we don't want that. I guess that's the one we want to avoid. It's got Kitchi. And we did avoid it successfully. So, Southern District, Typo, Happy Valley or Citizens will play HKFC or Eastern. Which is good, because we don't have to play Kitchen, yes, Kitchen, not Kitchi, until the final if we manage to make it that far. So we've got quite lucky in the FA Cup draw, but also, little spoiler before we get into this game. These three are currently ineligible, so that's going to be fun. I don't know who we're going to be playing, but I thought this would be a nice little view of how our season's going to pan out. Have a little comparison against HKFC, but our new additions aren't going to mean anything for the upcoming tree sapling game. So I'm going to jump ahead to that, and I will see you fine folks when we get to HKFC's ground in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, we've finally made it here to HKFC, otherwise known as Hong Kong Football Club. and their stadium is very simply named the Hong Kong Football Club Stadium. Now that is where the simplicity ends, because as you can see, there is actually quite a bit going on around here. It is very much a recreational place. So to one side we have more pitches, which is kind of blurry, and we do have half a person. We then have over here some buildings, and over here is the main pitch where we will actually be playing. Now just to make it even more complex, surrounding us is actually a racetrack, and we are actually back in Happy Valley. So without further ado, I'm going to head on over to the pitch, and I'll see you fine folks for the kickoff. Okay everyone, it is kickoff time here in the Happy Valley, and as you might have noticed, we've gone for a slight change of formation. We've moved our wingers up a little bit, and we do have quite a few changes. That is because all of our new additions can't play in the Sapling Cup. So that's a bit of an issue, and an even bigger issue is we really need to get a result here. We are currently 0-0 and 3. We don't want to tank out of this competition. Yes, even if we win, we can't get off bottom of the group, but we don't want to go and lose all 4 games. Now, our team looking to save us is going to be Ho in goal. I really want to add an E on the end of that, I must admit. Tung at left back, Luciano and Eduardo in central defence, Hin on the right-hand side. Kit and another Hin. Also, I really need to change those. I should probably make it like Tam and Chun or something. Anyways, Hin also in central midfield. We have Ronnie on the right, Jojo on the left, Gavilan up front with Xing. Now, another interesting point about this, we had to have 3 under 22s. So that's why Jojo, Xing and I want to say Hin, the right back, are all in the lineup because we needed them. So Kiyu is on our bench. We have another Hin on the bench, another Hin on the bench. That's not going to get confusing at all. 2 more Hins on the bench, 2 on the pitch. 2 is on the bench. Young is on the bench, Khan, and of course Liming. So let's go see what our assistant thinks. So Pewee, or Pewee as I like to call him, we should challenge the team to go out to prove a point. That is not a bad idea. Passionately. I know a lot of you are keen to avenge what happened. Yeah, go out, express yourselves, avenge. Get some revenge on those folks. We are the Happy Valley folks, and we are not happy right now. We want to turn these frowns upside down, and we need to do that with some good results, especially in this match, which of course, like I said, doesn't have any real meaning other than us picking up some sort of result, fixing our form. And we have got scrappy goal. It's through Manu Gavilan. Took his 3rd goal of the season away. Now this cross, not the greatest, I must admit. Chan Kashing whips it in, back post, gets nodded across. Terrible defending. Jojo just goes and pokes at it, and then Gavilan just knocks it into the corner of the goal. Scrappy, but we shall take it. Any result will do for me at this moment in time, especially considering we have such a short season. Yes, I know this is not in the league, so it doesn't really correlate with that, but we don't have many games. We need to turn things around quickly. Blackwood now, playing it across to Poe. Poe to on to Yang. Yang has Poe on the wing. He has on the wing. Poe's all the way at the other side. And he whips it into Bacon. That was crispy. Robert Bacon with his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Mercar on. He's definitely on today. On with that cross indeed. But we have a throwing, 4 minutes. Maybe we can get back in the lead. Hin whips one in. Jojo. Oh, Siwa. Siwa unfortunately cannot get us back in the lead. But we have another highlight a minute later. Luciano, this is a very interesting angle. Hoofs it up. Kin just comes out, collects it. Don't know what the goalkeeper's doing here. He's going for a nice little stroll, that is for certain. Plays it to Lau. Lau to On tries it over top to Bacon. Bacon, Eduardo. Eduardo gets it. Hin now to Hin. Hin on the right-hand side. Will we play it back to Hin? Please don't go between the Hins, because that will get very interesting. Ronnie now coming down the right-hand side for us. Can he get past his man? No. Blackwood dispossesses him, but he's given it away to Tung on the halfway line. Tongue, nice ball up to Ronnie. Ronnie get a cross in. On go alone. Goes and gets a cross in, but Gavilan can't keep the header down. That was nice build-up play. Unfortunately, the finish wasn't quite there. So it is 1-1 here in the middle of our racetrack. So they've had 7 shots. We've had 10 for on target. We've had 5 for fouls to our 2. 0 yellow cards, 0 yellow cards. 51% possession to 49. Being a very 50-50 game. And to be fair, this looks really good on us when it comes to the league. Because we have like 5 players coming in. I believe I've made 2 more additions to the 3 additions I made earlier in the last episode. So we've got like half a team of starters to come in, and if we're on terms with them right now, with those 5, we should definitely be pushing above them in the league. But their best performer, of course, has been Robert Bacon before I go on any more. 1 goal and a 7.1 for us, of course, is Gavilan. 1 goal and also a 7.1. Struggling to perform is Kiefer for them, 6.2, and 1 mistake that led to a goal. For us is Chun Hin with 6.4 and no reason for it. Now, I'm not sure the youth rule, if it means I have to start them but not necessarily keep them on. Maybe it means I have to give them on. I don't know. We will figure that one out as we go. But, Pooey, I think we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. You know what? Passionately, keep going out there. You can still win this one, lads. I believe in you. We have faith. Of course, we aren't getting aggressive with this team because we are the Happy Valley. We've got to be nice and joyful. But we have a throwing here, and this could be joyful for us. Tongue throws it into Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa Shing can't keep it down. That is the story of us so far. We just can't keep our shots down. But at least we're not going to have 0 points at the moment. Now, I am looking at a couple of players are getting tired. Eduardo and Luciano are looking rather tired. So I'm going to make things extra confusing. You know what? I'm going to... Ooh, how many Tasangs do we have? That's the problem with that one as well. Tasang is not that common. Tam I can get away with. We're going to rename some of these. Chung. We have Chung, but it's not his last name. We have Chung. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to make all these their first names. So we are going to go for Chung. That's you now, Chung. We then have Tam. This is just going to make it so much easier instead of having 4 hins. So Tam. And we then have Poon. That's going to be interesting. Poon. And Tasang. Set nickname. There we go. Now that makes it a little bit easier on the commentary. Now we don't have 4 people with the same last name. So as I was saying, Tasang can come on now. Which of them 2 is doing worse? Eduardo slightly better than Luciano. So you know what? Tasang, come on, refreshing our central defense, who are looking a little tired. Ronnie is looking a bit tired on that wing, so Ronnie is going to come off. Now, that is it for now. I don't want to risk using our 3rd substitution and finding us getting an injury. So, we are up to the 65th minute. Some of them are looking uninterested. Shing, perfect time to whip one into Eduardo. Lovely idea not to take him off. Eduardo wins the header, puts us back in the lead. 2nd goal of the season, assisted by Chiang Ka-shing. It is, of course, Eduardo. Lovely header in the bottom right-hand corner, and we have taken the lead. But will they equalise? They did, of course, equalise previous, and this is looking good. Blackwood plays it in to Zepping. Zepping to Blackwood. Blackwood whips one in, headed only... Oh, that was lucky. I thought he was going to head it away. He just headed it down to their striker, who just clattered the post. But fortunate for us, it didn't bounce in off the post. And we are looking good. Nice 2-1 lead. I don't think we'll completely throw this away, so we should at least not completely disgrace ourselves in this competition. I think we can establish that. It's whether we can hold on to the win now. Hin tries a ball up. Of course, it hasn't changed yet. I completely forgot it has that delay. So we're going to have several Hins. Jan bombing it down this right-hand side. Lovely save by the Ho in goal. And the Ho has saved us once more. He is our favourite Ho, I must say. Tung gets up to Jojo back to Tung to Sang to Tung. That's going to be a fun one to say when it changes to Sang. But Eduardo holding possession up nicely, plays it to Chang, and it is up to Chan. Hampshire plays it to Po now, playing it across to the right-hand flank where Yan is. Yan tries to whip one in, it's intercepted though. Jojo to Kit to Tung. Tung tries to play it back to Jojo, but it's given away. Bacon gets a lovely goal. But it's disallowed for offside. I'm glad. It was a lovely finish by Bacon though, I must say. Look at this. Ignore the fact he's offside. Just look at this touch. But lucky for us, he was offside. Now we have a couple of minutes to hold on, and we have done it, folks. It is 2-1 here against HKFC, Hong Kong Football Club. They've had 12 shots, we've had 15. Foul on target, we've had 8. 14 fouls to 4. 2 yellow cards to 2 yellow cards, 48% possession to our 52. Now Robert Bacon was their best performer. He got 1 goal and a 7 rating. For us was Eduardo. He got 1 goal and a 7.9. Struggling to perform was Kong Ho Yin with a 57% passing completion ratio and a 6.2. Now for us was Henry Ronnie with a 6.5 and no reason for it. There was no milestones, but of course Eduardo with that lovely header went and got the player of the match. So Pui thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts, and yes, I will insist on calling him Pui. That is his name now. So assertively, a good win, boys. I am glad you went and did that. That was lovely of you. Happy Valley edge out opponents in close encounter. In fact, we was about to set a record for amount of games without winning. I believe it was like 9, I want to say. Let's have a little look. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it would have been our 10th game without a victory. So I'm glad we avoided being in the record books for that. But no, you know what? I'll show you guys the 2 new additions now. And then we will head on over and see how they get on in the next game. So our 2 new additions are Chang Pak Hang. He comes in for 4.7k from HK Pegasus. Now he is a 2.5 star, 2.5 star potential. Plays on this left hand side, which means our left back can actually go back to being an actual left back. He will of course be playing as a winger, although he can play inverted. Now as you can see, he's been around quite a while. Only 6.5 in his 7 games for Pegasus, but we don't know how they've used him. He could have been just a normal left back. We're going to be using him as an attacking mid-left. Of course, he was there for a long time. He had a season at Young Long in between all that and was at South China for a couple and Sun. But most of his career, he's been at Pegasus. And that was a nice little addition. Now we have Law. I'm just going to rename him Law. He comes in from Kitchi for 10 grand. So, as you can see, 2.5 star, 4 star potential though. Capped at under 23 level for Hong Kong, 23-year-old. Valued at only 6.75, but you know what? He's going to be a good addition. He's going to slot straight into the first team on that right-hand side. It means the guy we brought in to be a backup on both wings can actually sit on the bench and do his role. And before Kitchi, he had no one. He was at Kitchi his whole career, other than Dreams FC. Lovely name for a club, by the way, where he was on loan for 15 games. So a full season pretty much in the Premier League. And yes, 6.3. Hasn't been performing for Kitchi, but hopefully can turn things around for us. But I will see you fine folks when we get over to the Southern District in just a second. Okay everyone, and welcome to the Aberdeen Sports Ground here in the Southern District of Hong Kong. Yes, you heard right, I have not got confused and got lost in Scotland. Now, as you can see above me, the weather isn't looking great, so it's probably going to be a bit drizzly for today's game, but I will see you fine folks at kickoff in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, it's finally kick-off time here in our second game of today's episode here at the Aberdeen Sports Ground here in Hong Kong. Which, yes, that sounds really weird in my head too. That's where we're here in the Aberdeen Sports Ground in Hong Kong. But our team for today is a Krungu back in goal. We have Kwong at left back, Luciano and Eduardo in central defence. Chun is our right back. Tam and Kit are our central midfielders. On the left we have Hang, Ronnie on the right, and Gavlan and Liming up front. Now our bench consists of the Ho, Kat, Tasang, Tung, Khan, Hong, and Jojo Siwa. Of course, not Siwa, but we are of course going to refer to them as Jojo Siwa, because why not? So, Pui thinks we should try and encourage the team, and I think we should too. I should probably encourage Pui after I keep calling Pui. But still, we're underdogs here, and that suits down to the ground. Go out and cause an upset. I believe in you, lads. Didn't go down as good as I thought, but I'll take it, I suppose. It could have gone worse. They could have got demoralised by it, but they was not. They went and took it on the chin. And we are going to get 13 minutes in without conceding. So that's a good sign, I suppose. Every little helps. As the saying goes, we are currently 3 points behind HKFC, but I don't see them picking up a whole lot of points. So if we can steal points away to teams like Southern District, we can crawl out of this. Of course, it's going to be much more helpful if we can win, but that is for the matches to decide, I suppose. But they had an early attack, but we now have a throw-in. Ronnie coming down this right-hand side for us. He does have support if he needs it. Will he play it back? I would play it back here, Ronnie. Nice one. Plays it across to Kit. Kit, nice ball over to Hang on this left-hand side. Hang cut inside. No, whips a nice ball in. Oh, it's a lovely goal by Liming. He heads it straight at 2, but unfortunate for 2, he can't hold on to it. And that is Liming's second goal of the season, assisted by Chang Pak Hang. And he's made a lovely start to his career here with a nice assist into Liming. So let's skip that. We've seen enough of that beautiful goal. And that beautiful goal has actually put us level with HKFC. If we can get one more goal, we will be ahead of them on goal difference. Now, I don't know what our head-to-head with them is like, so I think it comes down to head-to-head before goal difference in this league, so who knows? Let's find out after this next goal. When we go 2-0 up, let's find out. Gavlin, oh, straight at 2. Gavlin, you've got to score that. Mainly so we can have a see if we're going to go up past HKFC or not, or whether they will drop, stay above us due to games against each other. But it is with Seeley. Seeley now plays it into the Ho to Major, and that is a major problem for us, as Travis Major picks up his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Chan Kwong Ho, the biggest Ho around here, besides our goalkeeper. He is, of course, the best Ho. The most expensive and most extravagant Ho. So, you know what? We're going to give lads some encouragement. Come on, lads. That has fired Liming up. Liming, you are my favourite player right now at this club. You are scoring goals, putting in the effort, and even getting motivated by my encouragement. But it is 1-1 here at half-time. They've had 8 shots, we've had 6. 2 on target apiece. 2 fouls to our 4 fouls, 0 yellow cards, 57% possession to 43. So on reflection, it has been a fair result so far, being 1-1. Now their best performer was Travis Major with that 1 goal and a 7 rating. For us is Chen Liming with that 1 goal and a 7.1. Now struggling to perform is Jack Seeley, got 6.6 and 8% crossing ratio. And we have Chan Hin Kwon with 2 mistakes and a 6.4. Not doing great at left back by looks of it, which is a shame because that is his natural position. So, Pui thinks we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. So, passionately. You know what? Calmly. We're not going to go passionate. We're not doing bad at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. We can win this. Positivity. Positivity can Prosper over everything. Akrungu, though. Akrungu nicely kicks it up, gives it away to Jack Seeley. Not so nicely, I guess. Straight to the Ho. Ho has Jack in support if he needs, plays it across to Wan. Almost intercepted by Ronnie, though. It's Kwan now in possession for them. Edaf holding the ball up. It is played up to Jack Seeley on this right-hand side for them. Cutting inside is Jack. And he goes alone, and he goes and kicks it wide. Jack should have probably been a bit more of a team player in that situation. So we are going to give the lads some more encouragement. We have Akrungu, who's currently nervous. That's fired up Hang, Liming and Gavilan. We are coming up to substitution time, though. I'm not going to be taking our goalkeeper off, even though he is a nervous wreck. I am going to take off Kwong, though. Kwong is not having the greatest of games, which is a bit depressing because he is one of our new additions, and I would have expected a little more out of him. So that means Cat is coming on. He can fill in on that side. And who else can we bring on? So Ronnie's not having a great time. So Jojo, he can play on the wings. So Jojo, you go up to there. Come on, Siwa. See what you can do. See if you can save us, Jojo. We have faith in you. Akrungu, lovely save by him. Collects the ball. Distributes it down to no one. He's just thrown it straight back to Wang. Wan, it's with Kwan now. Kwan, and it is over to his left-hand side with Manso. Manso's got past the right-hand defender, but Akrungu makes a nice save. And we are safely going into the 70th minute. They do have a throw-in, though. Manso plays it to Edaf to Kwan in the centre circles. Kwan gets it over to Manso. Manso's made a lovely run down left-hand side, whips it in, almost gets to Ho. It's here the way to Kwan, though. Come on, Hang, dispossess Kwan. Ha, now on this right-hand side. Ha cutting inside. Oh, Ha has hit the post. Eduardo with a lovely clearance. Ha to Ha, because that would have been awful for us. But Ha, you did not get your goal. Again, a little more encouragement. Come on, lads. More encouragement. Surely that's going to work. Jojo Siwa plays it back to Chun. Chun, ball over the top. Can anyone get onto it? No, it goes straight to 2. And we have been rather wasteful when we've got the ball, to be honest. We're just hoofing it up and giving it straight back to their defence/goalkeeper. They're hoofing it over to Ho, though. And Akrungu makes a nice save. 15 minutes left on the clock for us to come away with some points. We do have to get this corner away, though. Eduardo misses it. Gavilan's got the ball, though, and he's just kicked it out for a throw-in. He could have gone on the counter. I don't know why he just hoofed it away, but he did, and that is that. We are not able to make another shout, unfortunately. They have a throw-in. Fong plays it to Manso. Manso, Jojo Siwa with the tackle, but Manso gets it back. Jojo misses the second tackle. Manso is still in possession, plays it to Kwan on the edge of the area, who's dispossessed by Tam. Tam now plays it up to Gavilan. Gavilan to Liming. Liming has support if he needs. Plays it back, and it goes to Fong. Intercepted. Major to Kwan. Kwan coming down this left-hand side for Southern District. It's a lovely save by Akrungu. And we are yet again looking at keeping a corner out. 5 minutes left on the clock. Lovely. It's gone over the bar. 5 minutes remain. We, of course, will take a point. We would love 3 points, but a point even in this situation would be fine. They are a decent side and it's away, and we've picked up that point. So it is Southern District 1, Happy Valley 1. Travis Major, of course, getting that equaliser for them after Liming's opener. They had 24 shots, we had 7. 11 on target, we had 2. Very much stole the points at the end of that. They took over the second half. So 7 fouls to our 11. 0 yellow cards to our 2. 63% possession to our 37. Their best performer was Chan Shu Kwan. He had a 7.5 and 11.8 distance covered. Chen Liming was our best performer. 1 goal and a 7 rating. Now struggling to perform was Henderson Manso. He had 0 overall chances, 6.5, and Henry Ronnie. He had a 6.2. Couple of milestones, of course, we had the debuts of Law Tsing Chun and Chan Pak Hang. They both made their debuts for us. Player of the match, of course, goes to Chan Xiu Quan, who was the best performer. So let's head to the dressing room, talk to Pui and the rest of the side. I think we should let the team know we appreciate their efforts. You know what, Pui? I agree with you. So, calmly, Olik boys, it wasn't our day. You give it a good effort. We had a good old go at that one, and HKFC now have a game in hand, but are only 2 points ahead. So that will be it for today's episode. Draw leaves us still chasing a win though. As you can see, we've gone 6 matches without one, but that's the one which is a bit of a killer looking at it. We shouldn't have lost that one. We would be ahead of them right now if the old manager went and beat them, but let's not reminisce about how awful the old manager was. We are going to play the FA Cup and our game against Eastern in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.